Hello everyone, and welcome back to Technically Unsure, where I'm not really sure what I'm doing technically.
Technically, not exactly.
I know I have been away for a while. I haven't posted any videos. I'm saying this in 2 videos probably because I am catching up, but I don't know which video will come online and published faster, so I'm mentioning it here as well. I was away for a month and a half, and then while I was just catching up with missed work and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm back. And hopefully I will be able to make videos again, the usual routine, and hopefully once a week, twice a week, we'll see. So anyway, that being said, today I got my hands on a very exciting mini computer. It's from Beelink. We have seen another couple of maybe Beelink mini computers in this channel. So this one is actually, I believe if the performance holds up for bang for buck, it should be a good deal, but I have to test. So of course you might have seen already in the video title, I am talking about this Beelink EQi13 Pro. So there's like 2 versions, and there's like 1350H and then 1350H and 136020H. So this is 13620H. Okay, so this is that model. This one I believe is like 419. Hopefully, I don't know, I will ask them, maybe they will give me some discount to bring this down to 400, you know, that would be nice. So yeah, this one comes with 32 gigabyte RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. And yeah, so we are going to take a look at it. It basically, the 13620H is a mobile CPU, as you know. Okay, so this 13620 Intel CPU is 10 cores, 6 performance cores, and 4 efficient cores. And the thread count in total is 16. And max turbo frequency is 4.9, so it can get very fast. And there's also 24 megabyte cache. Yeah, efficient cores though, max turbo frequency, obviously they are efficient cores, so it doesn't go that much, but it's 3.6 gigahertz, still impressive. So we'll put this all to the test, And I believe the base power for the CPU is 45 watts, and it can go up to 115. But usually it really doesn't go near that number, but we're gonna see, we're gonna check. Let's open this up and see what's going on in here. Okay, so, it's not heavy, and I can't say it's light. Yeah, actually a couple weeks ago I was watching, there's a YouTube channel, I forgot the name, but they are showing like how mini computers are made. One of them was Beelink, and they are showing how these mini computers are made in the factory. Very impressive stuff, like their automation and all that stuff. Very impressive. So, all right, if I find the channel, I will put it down below. I just one of the YouTube recommendation stuff. Anyway, it comes with a manual and some sticker that says hello. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, there is like a hello in there. And it comes with an HDMI cable, and it comes with a power cord. So not one of those bulky adapters, but just a regular, you know, power cord. And this is the US plug, obviously. And yeah, that goes right there. Okay. And nothing else in the box. All right, so let's take a look at the I/O and the ports and see what's happening in here. Okay, so if you look at it, this is the power button right over here. Okay, so this is the power button, this is power indicator light, and this one is a USB-C 10 gigabits per second data port, and not used for charging or anything. This is the CMOS clear, basically CMOS reset, BIOS reset. And this is an audio jack 3.5 millimeter, and this is also USB 3 10 gigabits per second, very fast, 2 USB ports in front, USB-C and a regular USB. And then in the back, as you can see, so here is the where you plug your AC cord, and there are 2 gigabit Ethernets. Some people prefer this, so you have 2 interfaces. Some people prefer a single 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, faster connection. But you know, I think you can actually use one of these USB-C ports, and I actually bought one recently from Unify. There is like a USB-C to 5 gigabit Ethernet adapter, so maybe you can use that for faster connection. But yeah, there is these 2. These are 1 gigabit each. Okay. And then what we have here is a USB 2 port, so good for USB mouse and keyboard, I guess. There are 2 HDMI ports, very nice. 2 dual monitor, obviously you can connect to HDMI. Usually what again you see in mini computers is 1 HDMI, 1 DisplayPort, but they went with 2 HDMIs, and these both can do max 4K each and 60 Hertz. And these 2 are also USB 3 ports. They can also do 10 gigabits per second. Now, I have to open this up and take a look at inside of it and see what's happening in there. And also I have to replace the SSD with my own operating system and all that stuff. I really like when the screws are not under the rubber feet, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's open this up. Okay, that's handy, by the way, for removal of the bottom. I was struggling with the other mini computer to take it off. Anyway, so here is what you get. There underneath this is a chunky heatsink. I like it. I like this. There is a big heatsink over there. There is 2 RAMs. Let's take it out and see what RAM is. Okay, it's covered. You see, they put a tape on it, and when I'm trying to take the tape, it comes with the sticker. It's a DDR4 3200 DDR4 RAM, SODIMM RAM, okay? But I couldn't see the branding on it. I don't want to damage it. I mean, it's a sticker, but still. So anyway, I'm gonna put this back, okay? And I will take this out. Okay, I think this is a little bit annoying, honestly. You see, there is, I will show you. You see, this is like that, and it is going to under this. So you have to basically like this. See that? I don't know if you can see it, but you see here, you have to remove the standoff in order to take off the cover. And for removal of the standoff, you are going to need a plier like this, just so you can take this heatsink or just like this, bend it so you can place SSD here. Well, also that's one of the SSDs. The other is even under this, and that's even more annoying to access. So yeah, you definitely need to remove this standoff thing in order to access it, I believe. I mean, there's no alternative if you want to have access to both of them. So this is honestly a first. I have never seen this in any other mini computer, but I guess if you don't want to or don't have to remove or replace an NVMe SSD, should be fine. Yeah, you see, you have to remove this, and then the heatsink first comes out, and then the second one comes off. There is 1 NVMe SSD over here, and 2, the one that they already shipped it, and the Wi-Fi card is under that. So I already removed it. Oh man, that's annoying. So it's some work that you have to do, and this is also, you need a plier for that as well to take it off. You see it in the real life. And okay, that was very, very hard, but we are there. So it comes with this P3 Plus NVMe SSD, 1 terabyte. Okay, so that's the SSD. All right, that was a lot of work, and this seems like this is the antenna for Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's the antenna for Wi-Fi, and it is taped under there. Give me a couple of minutes. What I'm gonna do is I am going to replace the NVMe with mine, which I already have pre-installed operating system and tools. Okay, so I will do that, and I will be right back. All right, so we are back, and I powered it on. And as you can see, when you are idle in Windows, and I have like 3-4 apps running, not doing much, it's like idling 17, 18. And when I was doing benchmarks, it went up to like 75-ish. I don't think I saw it at 80, but I think that will change when we do LLM tests. So let me show you a couple of things. So here is the hardware monitor, and you can see the temperatures and all that stuff. And I have to say, it is extremely quiet and cool. Even though I benchmarked the hell out of it, but it was very, very quiet. You cannot hear it. If you put it behind the monitor, you can forget about it. You'll never hear anything from this. And as you can see, it didn't go really above a 62-ish, the temperature-wise. So you can see the other parts in here, and there's also Intel UHD graphic, obviously. That being said, let's take a look at a couple of scores. So here is the pass mark rating, okay? So here's the CPU mark. Here is the 2D mark, 3D mark, memory mark. Memory was good, and the disk mark, okay? And that being said, there's also, I did a crystal disk, and I'm kind of capping my NVMe SSD. So that's the limitation, that's the max. So it's good. That's all I want to say. And then there is also the Cinebench, which we got 679. And just for reference, Apple M1 Max, you will get 791. So it's not that close, but it's not that far off. You know, you get it. So yeah, this is the Cinebench 2024 score. And here is the CPU Z. You guys want me to always walk through it. So here is the first CPU tab, mainboard, memory, SPD, and graphics, Intel UHD. And here's the benchmark score, 5,232. So for reference, I have two things up here. You can, I don't know, screenshot this and check this URL. And this is all data in here for the CPU, 2D, 3D, all that stuff. And here is the CPU Z score, and it puts us here, which also close to this. So, you know, just these are all the scores from the tools that I used. Okay. So hopefully that gives you a baseline. Basically, with a 70 watt max, it is doing great. I'm kind of happy with the scores that I'm getting. So obviously, this is not really for gaming, and as you can see, it doesn't really go above like 20 watts when you're idle. It's not for gaming, but that doesn't stop us from playing some games on it. So that being said, let me, I always go with this is the simplest one. So let me launch this and let's see how it does. I think last time I left it at the ultra setting, so obviously that got to change. Give me a couple of minutes. Okay, all right, so game loaded, 20-30 watts. Again, very, very impressive. That's good and fair. And if we go to the system settings in the video, I will show you. We are at the 1080p resolution and it's on the high, and we are getting exactly 31 FPS. I know it sounds low, 32 FPS, but this is definitely a frame per second FPS that you can play games on. You know, it's not crazy low. I know it's not that smooth, but it's all right. As you can see on the screen, you know, it's definitely, I'm gonna say, playable. So you can play this game on 35 FPS on high, you know, presets. Okay. I think another game that you can kind of, just an example as a reference, I play is the RoboCop and maybe the other one. So we'll see. Let me boot this one and I'll show you. All right, so we are back, and the RoboCop didn't work, long story, but here is the Batman Arkham Knight. So this is the resolution, 1600 by 900, and it's on the high, and what we are getting is 70 watts, so we are capping basically, and we are getting 30 FPS. It's not amazing, it's not great, but you see what you see on the screen, okay? So you can maybe kind of play, you know, but it's, you see, this is finally, it's like hitting the cap, hitting the limit. That's what I was getting when I was doing benchmarks, okay? I just wanted to show you guys this as well. So that being said, let's reboot, and I just noticed that I didn't really show you guys the BIOS on this computer. So we're gonna take a look at the BIOS, and I want to also show you the LLM performance and how it does with Llama and some LLM models. So we are in the BIOS. You see the 32 GB RAM. You see the CPU. Here is the walkthrough, very quick walkthrough through the BIOS settings that you guys always want to see. Power and performance stuff is also there. CPU C states are there, and also it's enabled. GT. And these are for the Intel ME stuff, thermals, overclocking settings, TPM, ACPI, Super I/O, okay, hardware monitor, you see the temperatures. And yeah, temperature-wise, it's always doing great. Hopefully there is nothing being underreported, but yeah, it's doing great. Okay, and the chipset stuff is also here, memory, and all that stuff. That's a very quick walkthrough, and now it's time for the Ubuntu. And as you can see, when you're booting into Ubuntu, that's like going up 36-40 watts. So it's very efficient, I would say. And yeah, we are in. Okay. All right, so we are in Ubuntu. First things first, this is the NeoFetch. Okay, so you see the information on the screen. That's what we are working with. Okay, that being said, let's go into the sudo and let's do a stress ng test, and that's 311. So let's run that, and you can keep an eye on this. Well, it's not really going crazy like Windows going 70, so it's climbing up, but it's really 63. And I set all the processor to the performance mode. Actually, Stress Engine will give you a warning if you don't, so you don't see the warning. So that's capping it, and that's what we are getting, 64 watts. I think Windows, yeah, when you're using the graphics as well as CPU, that goes to 70, but we are just benchmarking the CPU. Anyway, 30 seconds, and wow, almost 500,000, okay? And book ops per second is 1600, okay? It's very, very fast, very impressive for 60 watts. So 60 watts, we are getting 500,000 book ops in 30 seconds for matrix prod test. And just for reference, the exact 30-second and the same matrix prod test, we are getting 870 in a Raspberry Pi, okay? And that uses, I think, like 7-8 watts. So it's very impressive. And that's one of the reasons a lot of people are complaining, like, where's the SBCU market is going, because these mini PCs are doing great. But yeah, that's a different niche, but just wanted to show you that 60 watts, we are getting that score. Now it's time for some llama stuff, okay? Let's do a list, and let's run DeepSeek R1 32B. Let's just go. All right, so go big or go home, right? So I'm starting from 32B model of R1, which is a 19 gigabyte model, and this got a 32 gigabyte RAM. So keep all that information in mind. And the RAM is DDR4, so not DDR5. All that being said, I think it's gonna do okay. So let's run the same test that I always run and see how it does. So yeah, power consumption went up to 65, and you can see on the screen, yeah, it's going chunk. So it's going to be like 2-3 tokens a second. So let's fast forward and see how it did. Okay, so we are back, and as you can see, we got 4 tokens per second actually. So that is very impressive, and the power consumption did not really exceed like 60 watts. So that's what we are getting, 32B model of the DeepSeek. That is a good benchmark for LLM, I would say, at least. Okay, we are back, and I replaced the SSD, and as you can see on the screen, that's 172.16.1.4, okay? So now let's go to my computer, and as you can see, this is the device, 13th gen i7 13620H, okay? And I just want to show you that when you're idle in Proxmox and no container or VM is running, you're idling at 12 watts. Very impressive, but sometimes even goes to like 11, okay? So I want to see how fast it can boot a container, basically. So that's how fast, okay? Oh yeah, it's flying, okay? Now let's try with an Ubuntu desktop, actually. Let's see how long it takes. So here is the Ubuntu desktop. And keep an eye on the power consumption. As you can see, it doesn't really go above 40, 60, 50. So yep, there you go. It loaded, and there you go. So you can absolutely use this VM, and yeah, you see that there is internet as well in here. Yep, everything is working. Okay, so that's your Ubuntu. And finally, Windows 11, I'm gonna start that one as well, and you will see that is also going to rock. Oh yeah. So yeah, there you go, okay? So what I have right now is a container, and why not? Let's start this one too. So Ubuntu container, Debian container that's starting, there you go, okay? Okay, so that's the Debian container. Ubuntu desktop, that's also running fine, doing well. And Windows 11, that's also doing well, okay? So, and we are at 42 watts. And when you start going crazy in one of the VMs, it might just go up to, I guess, 65 or 70 watts. That's max I see from this mini computer. So absolutely a beautiful product. My only criticism is about the way the heat sinks and all that stuff is in there, but I guess that's how things are in there. So if you want to replace the NVMe SSD or install two NVMe SSDs, you have to remove a lot of things, put them back in together. That's a little bit complicated. Other than that, this is for $400. It's killer. So you can see I tried Windows, I tried Ubuntu, I tried LLM, I tried gaming, I tried Proxmox, VMs, everything is working perfectly on this. And I didn't tweak anything, I didn't install anything, I didn't make any changes. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think about this, and I will try to ask them for a discount code. Hopefully, maybe I will put it down below in the description. And yeah, let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.